Rightio, hello, and welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing well. This time we're playing Sniper Elite 5, available on the PC, Xbox and PlayStation. Old and current gen, I believe. I'm playing this on the PC through the Xbox Gamepass, and today I'm going to be showing off a part of a mission in Sniper Elite 5 where we infiltrate a chateau, and there's also a high value target along the way. And so yeah, I'm going to give my impressions, good and the bad and the ugly. But before we do that, let me just say a massive thank you to everyone stopping by on the channel. I do a combination of live streams and short form videos, so if you like what you see, we generally have a laugh and just have a good old chinwag as well. Thank you for stopping by today. So my initial takeaways are it's an enjoyable game. If you're familiar with the Sniper Elite series or Zombie Army, you'll feel right at home here. It has the same overall feel. You know, they haven't changed up the formula too much. That's not always a bad thing. So, but if you're new to the game, I mean I've only played one before. I think Sniper Elite 2 on console 8 years and years ago. But if you're new to the game or the series as a whole, I'd describe it as like a Hitman meets World War II with a bit of Splinter Cell and maybe Assassin's Creed in there. You'll see me sort of climbing up vines and stuff like that, and interacting with the environment as well to complete missions, etc. Very Hitman-esque. So what I've currently played of each mission has you placed in a large map with a main objective and then a scattering of side missions. You can just do the main mission if you want and then extract and Bob's your uncle. But you can do the side missions naturally. It gives you extra XP. I think there may be some other bonuses as well. And yeah, the settings in France, mid to late World War II. And you're working with the French Resistance, I believe, as well. What I've played of it is what I've experienced there. Talking about the main point while we're all here, is the sniping any good? Well, I'd say yes. This does. What's really cool about this game is it has the ability to, you can tweak difficulties in. It's not just an overall easy, medium, hard. You can. For the snipers, for example, you could turn off bullet drop or wind direction, for example, but you could make other parts of the game harder. So maybe you want to disable health regeneration, or you could just you can mess around with gadgets, stuff like that. There's loads of settings for the difficulty, and I think you can do it in game as well. So if you're finding it a little bit easier, a little bit hard, I think you can tweak it on the fly as well. Speaking of weapons, you start with 3. You start with your sniper, and I think there's about 5 that are unlockable, maybe more. You've got SMGs and you've got a pistol as well, and they're all customizable. They're very, I hate to say it, but very like Call of Duty. So you can change attachments, like you can put a suppressor on, or you can change the barrel or the grip, and they have pros and cons with them as well. And yeah, also yeah, I don't want to forget the gadgets as well. You have a plethora of lethal and non-lethal gadgets. So there's like sniper decoys, trip mines, grenades, even like wooden bullets, so you can knock people out. You could complete the whole game super stealthy, and you don't actually have to kill 99% of the people on the map. High value targets and stuff you will have to wipe out. But yeah, as you'll see in the gameplay as well, we've the signature slow-mo kills. Again, that theme of customization. You can tweak how long they are, how frequent they are, as well. So you don't have to have it every time you do do a shot, you can... I think I've got mine set to the standard, so it sort of comes in every so often. Mainly headshots and other vital organs as well. Yeah, so I think probably let's move on to... Oh, actually, this is a really cool part before I move on to maybe the wobbly parts. This generator explodes, and I actually set that generator to booby trap ages ago when I was playing this mission, and I'd moved around to another objective, and this actually allowed me to move on to the objective I was currently sat at. It moved all the enemies towards this generator, and it just made my life easier. So that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool thing to do. But yeah, let's move on to some of the wobbly parts, let's say, or the rough edges. So I think one of the things that stands out, unfortunately, is the AI. They can be wonky or just downright stupid. I'll pop a clip in where I didn't realise at the time, it was only when I came back to edit things. There was an AI character just stood there looking at me, just slightly behind like a pole, a really thin pole, and I don't notice them until I turn around and I'm like, oh okay, and then I shoot them as well. But there's a few times you go, the AI are a bit wonky. Maybe they can tweak that, I don't know. And again, it might change with your difficulty settings as well. Another thing I have noticed is I mentioned the maps are quite large, but you can see on the large maps there's certain paths that you can take. Now, you can understand why they've done that. So it sort of funnels you into a point of interest, or they can put up like a roadblock, or it keeps you sort of moving from sort of high traffic or high action points. Like, you can't just skirt around the entire map and not run into anyone. It does put you in situations where you have to do something, whether that be lethal or non-lethal or whatever. So yeah, you can sort of you can see the logic behind it. It just sometimes takes you out of it. You might have an objective that's like 30 meters away across a field, but you just can't walk over that field. You have to walk maybe round the field on the path, or something like that, or through a certain little bit of forest or something. So that's sort of how that one works. Yeah, but I think one of the things, I think they're sort of the main negatives. I don't want to. I enjoyed this game, so there wasn't too much. It was mainly things that just sort of took you out of the experience slightly, but you were straight back in it. One of the features, I don't know if this is a new feature to Sniper Elite 5, I think it might be, is you get at random points in the game, you can turn this off, but I had it switched on. A actual real player will come in and they become like an Axis sniper, and you can do it as well. You can click on that game and you will drop into someone else's game. Yeah, and they will hunt you down, and the timing can never be worse. The times I experienced it, I was always either right in the middle of an objective with Nazi soldiers everywhere, or I was in the open and it says like this person spawned in, they're hunting you, and I believe they can make the AI go on to like high alert and stuff, and they'll like hunt you down. So you're either gonna love it or hate it. You can turn it off at any point as well. But I quite enjoyed it. It shook things up, because I was moving from objective to objective, and then yeah, all of a sudden this player controlled character comes in and annihilates you. And you can, it is quite friendly. You can respawn, like if you do die from the Axis sniper, you can spawn respawn up just before that happens and carry on. So it is a little bit forgiving, but it adds a new it adds an extra dimension. So yeah, I think that's sort of it. I mean, hopefully the gameplay's been enjoyable. I'd love to hear your feedback. If you've played it, if you haven't played it, are you looking forward to playing it? Like I said, it's on the Game Pass. If you do have access to the Game Pass, I'd download it. And yeah, well, I'll sign off, and I'll catch you next time. I recommend, again, I live stream. I don't really have a schedule, so I'd probably hit the subscribe and notify. And yeah, we play a variety of games on the channel. But yeah, alrighty, cheerio.